Hi guys, I'm sure you're expecting another episode of the Suplah, but we have decided to cancel this week's episode. Last night, as of recording last night, me and Andy were planning to do a live stream of WWE 2K17 with Derek in my career mode. But as we were setting up and preparing to go live, um, there was an issue involving Keelan where we had to call the emergency services. Keelan's fine, like it's nothing too drastic, but it's not the most pleasant situation. So yes, the emergency services had to call. That's really as far as we're willing to divulge in terms of information. If Keelan would like to talk about what's happened in the future, that is his right. It is not our right to discuss that. So, yeah, it's a bit of a bad situation. Keelan is still in the hospital as we're recording this. In fact, we saw him not too long ago. It was a couple of hours ago that we just got back from seeing him. Sadly, his condition has not really got any better. So we're hoping that we're not sure. He's trying to keep in contact with us, but with his limited battery on his phone, it's difficult. So we don't know what
Plus, being in the hospital, you can't really text.
Yeah, and we don't really know what else is going to happen until we go and see him tomorrow afternoon. So we do greatly apologise for this, but we hope you really understand, because myself and Andy have not had a lot of sleep. We've had a lot on our minds, but that is nothing compared to what Keelan's going through at the moment.
And I couldn't concentrate on the show right now.
Well, yeah. I was going to say, because of all this, we're not really in the right mindset. I'm getting my words mixed up. We're not in the
right mindset.
Right mindset. We also don't feel it's appropriate to be doing a show, us laughing and having a jolly good time whilst Keelan's
lying on a hospital bed.
Yeah. So, not to end this too much on a downer though, we will leave you with a clip from this week's BroCast. So enjoy. We should be back to normal for Suplah in the cell.
Fingers crossed.
Oh god, James fucking Ellsworth.
You want to talk about this?
Fine, because I didn't do it on the show like I wanted to, so...
So, for anyone who's unaware, there's a character on SmackDown right now called James Ellsworth.
There's a character.
Well, what else would you
It's
call
an
him?
unlockable character.
What else would you call him?
DLC.
Idiot.
A guy, a man, a dude.
Sure, there's a chinless dude on SmackDown right now called James Ellsworth.
No chin.
And Brooks hates it because of the storyline he's involved in.
You may remember Braun Strowman's first ever opponent. It's that guy. And he's having world title matches with AJ fucking Styles, and I hate it.
But not because he's good and earned them. You need to keep in mind.
Yeah, not because he's good and he's earned them, it's because he's hilariously pathetic.
Yes.
Isn't that the
And I
best part?
hate it. Like, I know people enjoy it, and I'm not saying that you can't enjoy it, right? I get why people enjoy it, but I fucking hate it! Because I have rational reasons for why I hate it.
It's the most Aaron Hansen thing you've ever fucking said.
Because it's true.
And I hate it.
I do.
Oh, Christ.
So, AJ Styles, right?
Yeah.
He's been my favorite wrestler for about a year now.
Uh-huh.
I liked him when he was in Japan and all that shit.
Right,
so
right.
I'm not on the bandwagon or
Oh, you have a
anything, right?
deep-seated appreciation for AJ Styles.
Pretty much, always have. So now he comes to WWE and everyone thinks, oh, he's not gonna do any good. 8 months later, he's the fucking world champion.
Yeah,
right?
he's doing great.
He's one of the strongest debut years of all time.
Yeah.
So now what do they do?
Well, he's in a feud with Dean Ambrose at the moment.
He's in a feud with Dean Ambrose, which is good. But then they just, for some reason, James Ellsworth became a thing because everyone loves to be ironic and root for this comedy character and say that he's one of the greatest legends of all time. Ugh. God, that annoys me. I have proof of why this is annoying to me, right? Because I was in a Reddit thread, completely unrelated to James Ellsworth, right?
Right.
And yet they always fucking bring him up. It's like, it's not relevant at all to the conversation. Like, I was in a thread about fucking Will Ospreay and Vader, right? And then I scroll down and someone mentions AJ Styles, right?
Right.
Talking about how, like, AJ Styles is like the MVP of the year and all that shit, right?
Right.
And then someone replied, no, but James Ellsworth beat him more times than John Cena. And it's like, fucking shut up! Will you shut up? And I'm never going to hear the end of that now. I'm never going to hear the end of how AJ Styles is one of the best wrestlers in the world. And then I'm always going to have that 1 or 2 or 50 comments saying, but James Ellsworth! It's like, fuck off with James Ellsworth! Alright, it was funny when he lost to Braun Strowman, alright? It was funny when he said every man has 2 hands, he has a fighting chance, alright? That was cool. That was okay for like the 5 minutes he was on screen, if that, right? It was to further the Braun Strowman agenda that they're pushing, and that's fine.
Braun Strowman agenda.
Wow.
Yes.
The agenda.
Right, that's fine. They're doing
Strowman
that.
agenda.
It's part of their plan, whatever. But then he just gets all of his traction and he gets put onto like a 2K17 cover because he's weak and pathetic and oh, it's so funny. And then he comes on to SmackDown because Daniel Bryan listens to the people apparently. And he has a fucking t-shirt that you can buy for $25 American.
It's just his chinless face in a circle.
That's it. And people are going to buy this and wear it everywhere. And think it's a good idea.
There's gonna be like James Ellsworth sections in crowds, if there aren't already.
Okay, name anything. There's a fucking section sign for it, right?
Yeah.
But point being, like, I get it. It's comedic. It's done with good humor, right?
Right.
But they keep pushing it. And it stopped being funny a long time ago.
Here's the thing.
And I get the fact, okay, he didn't beat AJ Styles clean or whatever at any point. It's always been Dean Ambrose fucking with him, manipulating the situation to further his rivalry with AJ.
Yes.
And that's fine, but you're never gonna hear the end of the fact that James Ellsworth has beaten AJ Styles more times than John Cena, and I hate it!
Because there's no way to fix that. Because the only way to, quote-unquote, fix it is to have Cena win against AJ more, but then that's just infuriating.
And it's like, I would be fine. I would be fine with this if James Ellsworth was a recurring character for longer than 3 months. So I talk about this with Carmine more often than I should.
We've had this conversation a lot.
James
And
Ellsworth
because I
could
keep
be
getting
the
annoyed.
He could be the next Rock.
Shut up.
No, that's what's making him mad. You should stop saying that right now.
I hate you and everything that you admire.
Yeah, he's
hate you.
organically getting over. He's the next Stone Cold Steve.
Oh, organically? Fuck off.
Oh, here we go.
Organically with
Here
that
we
shit. He's
go.
not the new Daniel Bryan. Piss off.
He is. He's Daniel Bryan 2.0.
Stop.
All right,
The
now
great
even I gotta
James
shut the fuck
Ellsworth.
up.
Ha ha ha, you're very funny. Suck my dick. So, Carmine brings up the point that, remember when Seth Rollins was champion and Heath Slater beat him that one time?
Yeah, and it
And I'm
was
like,
again 'cause of
okay.
Dean.
That was fine. Nothing happened to Heath Slater afterward. Nothing happened to him before. He was there for 5 years beforehand, and it was like, oh, okay, it's just a flash in the pan type thing for Heath Slater, and it's like, fine. But this James Ellsworth shit just keeps going and going on, and he's on Talking Smack, and I just can't deal with it.
Yeah,
I can't, because it's not funny anymore, and I don't like ironic things. It's like, oh, Brad for Maddox all over again. It's like, shut up with this bullshit. Yeah, remember when Brad Maddox was a thing, and everyone was like, he's the greatest of all time, and he got released, and everyone talked about him for a week, and then he's never been talked about ever again.
Yeah, really. Here's the thing, though.
And this will be fine. This will be fine a year from now when everyone just stops and everyone puts their James Ellsworth shirt on eBay or puts it in the back of a closet because they don't want to be seen wearing it. That's fine, but it's not a year from now. It's now, and it's everywhere, and I hate it.
That's not
And it's like, here's the thing about my opinion on James Ellsworth. It's like, okay, whatever. It's whatever. It's literally just a part of Dean and AJ's feud, in my opinion. But there are parts of it that are genuinely funny to me. Like,
sure, there are parts that are funny.
There
I'm
was-
like,
there
oh,
was- there
this
was-
is funny.
there was one spot in one of their matches, AJ and Ellsworth, where AJ put a chin lock on him, and Ellsworth just gets out of it, like, no effort. And AJ's like, what the fuck? And Ellsworth's like, I don't even know. And he's like grabbing it. He doesn't have a fucking chin, so a chin lock doesn't work.
Right, that's funny. That's funny. It's not funny when 2 times more than John Cena. Fuck that shit. Like, you can have those spots and everything, that's fine. You can have AJ punch him and then he forgets to sell. Everyone laughs at him.
Oh, that was the best.
Right? Everyone laughs at him because, oh, it's funny, but
I don't know why you're so angry.
don't have him win!
And,
That's the part that I have a problem with. It's what they're doing all of this to just build up on the hype that'll be done with in like 2 months from now.
because, like, what was his first victory? Like, Dean beat up AJ or something?
Yeah, it was a match between them because AJ wanted a match with him for some reason. I don't fucking know why, but he was obviously going to win because he's James fucking Ellsworth, right? And that's fine. But then Dean Ambrose was made the special guest referee, and during the match, a bunch of crazy, funny, wacky, insano Dean Ambrose shenanigans occurred.
Right, like,
Because
genuinely
he's
good-
crazy.
No, but like genuinely good spots. Like there was one where AJ had him in a submission and he was literally tapping out, but Dean like took a phone call instead.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right.
Like, those are fine. But then Dean, I believe, hit AJ with the dirty deeds twice.
Yeah.
He hit him with it once, put Ellsworth on him, AJ kicked out. That was fine.
Which is like, okay,
And he
so
did it
they're keeping AJ looking good.
Yes.
By doing
as
that.
they should. Because, as far as I'm aware, since WrestleMania, no one's kicked out of dirty deeds.
That I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's the thing. But they protected dirty deeds a lot, and so he did it twice, and then put Ellsworth on him, and he got the pin. And then they get a championship match for next week, where Dean Ambrose is like, I don't know, timekeeper or ring announcer or some shit. He's there,
Yeah.
right? He's being the fucking old man, the Rocky Maivia, right?
Right.
And then it ends in DQ when AJ Styles won't stop beating up Ellsworth.
Right.
But it's like, I don't care about James Ellsworth. What I want is for the guy that people would say never would ever be in WWE and would never ever hold that championship. I don't want him losing to James fucking Ellsworth because it's a flash in the pan kind of funny moment. It's like, shut up with that shit already.
I mean, yeah, I get it. I just wouldn't get nearly as angry about it as Brooks has.
Because you're not as invested in the entire thing as I am.
Yeah, true. It's just funny to me. Because, like, every few days I'll get a message like, fucking James Ellsworth. I'm like, all right, what happened this time?
There was a day where I went onto Reddit and literally the top 7 posts were all about James fucking Ellsworth.
Reddit is the worst thing on this planet.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about that. I go on it to get my news and shit. I don't care about their opinions. But the circle jerk, oh my god, it's
Yep.
so strong.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Reddit's fucking eating this in.
Oh,
They're loving
I
it.
blame Reddit for this.
They are fucking loving it. I think it's not as bad as you perceive it to be because of Reddit. I think your exposure to Reddit is making it look worse than it is.
Yeah, because you don't go on Reddit until this is fine.
Right.
There doesn't go a single day where I don't see this guy's name. And it's pissing me the fuck off.
I guess that's why when I showed you that tweet, you were like, fuck off.
Right. It's like, I just don't want it anymore. Just make it stop. It's making me hate the Ambrose Styles feud.
Nah.
That's how bad it is.
Nah.
I want that to finish so that James Ellsworth goes the fuck away. And either goes away or just becomes a jobber. Literal jobber that loses every single match.
Like the new Heath
That's
Slater.
fine. Like the new Heath Slater. That's fine. Do that. Do what a jobber is meant to do. Not beat AJ Styles twice!
Yeah, but it's just a gimmick, Sam.
He's gonna punch you in
try-
the face.
You're trying to make me mad and it's not working because I've had sex more recently than you have.
Oh my god! Cut! Cut that shit! God, cut say that shit!
I mean, you can if he wants. It's his information to talk about.
I'm just in a state of shock.
What? We talk about your streak every single show. Why is this a surprise now?
Because you used the word sex.
Yeah, you used the word.
Oh, we're not PG-13 anymore, guys.
Really?
Shut up.
Anyway,
Why
the real reason why I went to Reddit in the first place is to look at news.
Oh, yeah.
Halloween, a night of fear, torment, and suspense.
Spooky! Oh, Jesus!
But until then,
We'll do a podcast about wrestling. Oh, jeez, this is stupid.
Suplah in a cell. If you don't find us, we'll find you.
Well, all right, we won't actually find you, but if you don't show up, we'll be sad, and that's not worth dealing with.
I'll be there!